Hello, I'm Jason Ryan and welcome to Community Stories. I'm from Able Property, and today I'm down with Haydn Robinson, the man behind the Planet Story here in Mount Lawley. Haydn, before we talk about Planet Books and where you are today, I'd love to take you back in time and find out how it all began with such an iconic video store really starting 30 years ago. Was it what you always wanted to do? How did you get into it?
It wasn't what I always wanted to do. I had no idea what I was going to end up doing. I had a engineering business which was based down below Fremantle. We used to all the boats in Fremantle, and we ended up doing all BHP's work in Port Hedland. I just got sick of looking at steel and cement and red dirt. I had a mate who had worked up north as well, and he'd finished. So we sort of thought maybe we'd join up. He had some money, I had some money. But he was a film buff, I wasn't. I hadn't even seen Star Wars.
Not even Star Wars.
I'm glad I didn't see Star Wars. I didn't like it in here.
Oh, fair enough.
The corner up here was 75 square metres, top show video.
Pink building.
Yeah, pink, faded pink.
Yeah.
And the guy had that up for sale.
That was it. The rest is history.
Well, he taught me into going over to talk to him. Next thing I knew, we bought it. And of course, the minute he got his money, the former owner, he was off for the Bali holiday, so I had a week to learn it, and I'd never used a computer in my life.
This is back 1990?
Yeah, back in 1990. It'll be 30 years in June this year.
Fabulous. Where did the name come from?
We bought the building, and the first thing we knew was, I didn't want to work inside a pink shop.
Didn't want the pink? No.
Waited 6 months to see what we thought the customers wanted, and then we started making some plans, and probably the first thing we did, Mount Lawley was pretty down in those days. There wasn't much up here. I looked up at the way the building was shaped, and I thought, Jesus, that'll make a great place for a neon sign. So then I started thinking, what looks good in a neon sign? And of course, if you go back to the 50s drive-in things, satin with a ring around it.
Yeah.
So we landed on the satin with a ring around it before we had a name for it. So then we had to call it something that related to the thing. So it was actually a sign that motivated the whole damn thing. Came up with Planet Video, took a few suggestions from customers, and then some of our customers that we thought had a bit of taste, we put it in front of them. They all went for Planet.
Yeah.
And that's how it ended up being called Planet.
It was a fantastic, as I spoke to you earlier, it was a fantastic meeting place, I guess, where you lack in the community today, where people come in and...
We got named by the West Australian, and this went on for quite a few years, because they used to do it every year as, I think, the first or second best pickup joint in Perth.
Yeah.
Because people are like minds, or who like a bit of a lefty thing, all came to Planet, guys and girls.
Yeah, you come from 206, you've opened Planet Books, is that right?
Well, yeah, it could be 2006 to be honest with you. I don't know whether it's been around for 12 years or 15 years. I lost track a while ago, but the reason Planet Books came into existence, we were already doing movies, selling music, selling associated paraphernalia. We were even doing clothes, and this building came up.
Yep.
And I thought, well, what else can you do that's sort of associated with it? Really, it was only a bookshop.
Yeah.
The other thing was, books were always my first love since I was a kid.
Gotcha.
Anyhow, books and music. So it was a bit of a natural to do it, but a lot of people said to me at the time, I think you take one step too far there. And I said to them, well, Mount Lawley people like to think they're a bit smarter than the average Joe, so we'll find out. And the minute we opened the doors, they brought in.
Yeah,
never took a backward step. So.
It's become an institution in certainly in Mount Lawley. What are some of the popular genres that you do offer down here? What do you focus on?
I'm big on classics. I did literature at uni in the 70s, but these days, like most of us old dudes tend to go, I'm 95% non-fiction now.
Yep.
History, science, current affairs, music, still read music books, and whatever else takes my interest, you know.
Yeah. Fabulous. What's the vision moving forward with Planet Books? I mean, what are you hoping to do moving forward now? We've talked about this, how it started.
The one thing we'd like to do is go back into vinyl. We were doing vinyl for years, and but when the bum fell out of the Australian dollar, you were looking at $50 for a piece of vinyl, because 95% of it was coming in from America.
Yeah.
And I just thought, look, in all conscience, I don't think I can charge that.
Yeah.
As I say, my other love has always been music anyhow.
Yeah.
So that'll be the next thing we'd like to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And I was going to ask, what keeps you so inspired and passionate about what you do 30 years on from when it all started with that pink video
You
store?
know what I suspect it is? I suspect I'm a big kid because when all the deliveries come in, and this is year after year after year, I'm like a kid at Christmas, you know?
Yeah.
It's opening all them boxes up and seeing what's in there. God knows a lot of most of it, I should know. But
Absolutely.
it's still...
So drives
and
you.
finding new things, funny things, things you think, yeah, they're going to love that. You know, great books.
Yeah.
Just yeah.
Do you get to travel much to find all that, or how do you do that?
Well, you have to travel if you do a business in WA. There's trade fairs over east. I've been overseas a few times. You're always looking for new product.
Yeah.
I mean, on that level, the internet is a blessing, but again, you've got to have some way of knowing that that's what you want to go and find it. But customers come in and make suggestions.
Yeah.
Well, they see some range that they think you go, well, so if they're overseas, I've had people contact me from overseas saying, I had a customer of yours in and they think you'd like our product.
Yeah.
So it comes from all sources. We're doing a batch of cards now. They're pretty cheeky, but customers love them. They're lionising them. And there was a customer that ran into a guy that was selling his cards in the Brisbane markets and said, give these guys a yield. They'd like your stuff.
Yeah, fantastic. The location, obviously, it's right in the heart and soul of Mount Lawley. But what do you love most about being home in Mount Lawley? What do you love about it?
Well, I was always a Mount Lawley patriot. I always liked the area. It just had a good feel. And I like the people. They're middle class, but they all work for a living and pretty sensible with their money. I coached footy for a long time down at Mount Lawley, so I got to know a lot of them. And I just always liked Mount Lawley, even when it wasn't much up here.
So being an independent, pretty proud of that through the years, independent store?
I wouldn't have it any other way. I couldn't. I'm not the kind of person that likes to be told what to do. I've always run my own business. I've had my own businesses for 45 years.
Yeah.
Trust me, you don't want me working for you, and I don't want to work for you, so I had to create my own things.
Yeah, absolutely. Just as well. It's certainly an iconic business, and if anyone hasn't come down to Beaufort Street and come through Planet Books, I suggest you do. And Haydn, thank you very much for sharing your story with us as well. Thank you.
No worries.
Thanks.